Hey guys, it's your boy Jack here, back with another video. Today I am doing a VOD review of a game that I talked about before in one of the episodes of Road to Challenger. I played against a Varus, who I thought was really good, and it has since been revealed to me that that was actually Upset from Schalke, and it kind of makes sense why I thought he was so good, and he really applied a ton of pressure, and I want to sort of go through what he did that was so good, and what I could have done to sort of counteract that and to try to match his pressure. So in this game, as I said, I was up against a Varus Thrush bottom lane with my boy Yoka playing Braum, and I'm playing Draven. And the lane starts off pretty normally. Lee Sin starts blue buff, I'm pretty sure. And we just sit here, they leash for the Nunu. Yep. So this is a bit of a thing. Here we pretend like we're leashing for the Lee Sin for the red buff. So that the Nunu won't just go like... Because if we revealed that the Lee Sin started blue, then the Nunu could just go to his red buff and just eat it and smite it. And get it pretty easily. So, the first wave, I missed one minion. It isn't that big of a deal. You see the Varus there? Like here, I just get completely out-traded. The Varus starts with throwing a E, and then does one auto, and the Thresh E's me back. And, like, just... He's able to play aggressive with Varus, and he's really good at getting these trades that I'm normally used to winning. He wins against me. So right now, you can see we're just farming. I sort of have the push advantage, but you can see that the Varus is able to get like some free autos in here and there, and I feel like pressured, like I'm losing quite a bit of CS. You can see he's up 4 CS already, and he's getting damage onto me and the Braum without us being able to do as much, because he's really good at maintaining that pressure and still not losing any CS. See right here, the Braum he gets a Q onto the Varus, which is really good to sort of even out the trade. And right now, I just want to like avoid, because this is bad again. I take a ton of damage without returning any of it. And luckily, Yoka doesn't get hooked there by the Thresh. If he did, that might have had to burn his flash. But like right here, I should just respect the fact that unless Braum hits a Q, that Thresh and Varus are just too strong, and that I have to like be careful of his Flay, because just his Flay makes me lose the trade. Right here I dodged the Flay, which is very good, which makes it so that it isn't that bad. If I got hit by the Flay, then it would have been pretty bad. Right here, Braum goes in because we're getting a gank. Thresh drops the Lantern, and we are not able to get anything. That was very well played by the Thresh, and makes it so that Lee Sin essentially just wasted his time. They barely even lost any HP. And they didn't use any sums. The Lee Sin stays, trying for something, but the bush is warded, so this is ultimately a waste of time as well. And they just... I try to force something here, but I can't really get anything. I just lose quite a lot of HP. And yeah. And then the Varus autos the bush to reveal that it's warded, and we essentially just wasted a bunch of time. But they're playing this lane very well. They were able to like sort of dodge the Lee Sin gank and play around the fact that Lee Sin was here and waste his time like making it seem like there might be a gank opportunity, but there wasn't. And they still, he's still up quite a lot of CS, as you can see. He's currently up 10 CS, and I also have to use my pot, and I get hit by another Flay. Like, right here, I should just be respecting them more. I think Yoka dies right here. Oh no, he flashes out, he ends up dying, and that's because of me being greedy. That's largely due in my fault, because I got hit by another Flay, and he had to sort of protect me. Okay, so as you can see, they both buy boots, which really surprised me because they did sort of like a cheese right here. because they have boots, so they run back so fast that I expected me to be able to push in one more wave, because without boots I would have had the time for that. But because they have boots, you can see the Varus and the Thresh is here so early that I really did not see this one coming, and they end up... I think I end up having to use my flash here. I actually didn't have to use my flash. I thought I would get hooked, but Braum was the one to get hooked again, and he ends up dying once again. And Varus gets the kill this time. And this is ultimately my fault as well, because I thought that they would use longer to get back, and I also ended up using my flash, which is even worse. And now we just run back to lane. I have a BF sword, while they have just boots. So I'm sort of able to surprise the Varus and Thresh here with my damage. They really overestimate themselves, as you can see here, because they think because they have like they should have the advantage. At least they think so. But because of the fact that I have BF sword while they only have boots, we're able to kill Varus, and I think also get the Thresh. But because the Nunu's there, we end up I think both dying. Maybe Braum makes it out. Yes, Braum makes it out. It's a 2-for-1, and I end up getting 2 kills and both of Varus sums, which that was pretty well played. I really surprised him there with the damage from the BF sword, and that was really, really good. And right now we're in a pretty decent position. I have 2 kills, and I'm up a bit of gold, 200 gold. However, he does have a bit more XP than me, as he's currently level 6, while I'm still level 5. Right now, Thresh is in base, and I sort of want to try to zone out the Varus, and the Varus has to respect me here, because he doesn't have the Thresh, but we don't know where the Nunu is, but we have a ward here, which keeps us relatively safe. However, I think we respect them quite a lot here, but I think I end up getting Varus ultied. I don't have my flash, so I should have respected Varus's range a bit more. If you see here, yep, I end up just getting flashed on and Varus ultied, and I think we end up both dying here. Yeah, I also end up canceling an auto, but I don't think it mattered that much. I think Yoka gets out, yeah. But I end up dying, which is really bad. I should have respected the Varus ult range and just stayed clear, because we didn't know where the Nunu was, and the Lantern engage with Thresh is really, really strong, so we have to respect that a lot more. So that's pretty big mistake, because they get a lot of damage on the turret, and the advantage that we had really dissipates off of that play against the Varus. However, I think that... Okay, so Ezreal is coming down, flanking. He ends up missing the ult on the Varus. Lee Sin hits a really good... yeah, Lee Sin hits a really good Q, and Ezreal lands his WQ. I don't think they... Okay, so that's pretty good. They got the kill onto the Varus. And I think we maybe kill Orianna here as well. And we killed the Thresh as well, and the Orianna just walks in. I think I end up killing her here. Or she has flash. I think she ends up getting away, yeah. But we got her flash, which is good. And I didn't have my flash up, so that's why I didn't flash after her. Otherwise, I would have done that. Maybe the Ezreal does not end up getting her. Right now, we're in a pretty good spot with the rest of the team. The Ezreal as 4-2. It's an AP Ezreal, so... But he's still pretty fed, which is pretty good. We end up getting TP'd on by the Rumble. However, our Urgot is also matching him with his TP. However, the Rumble ends up canceling, while the Urgot ends up canceling, while the Rumble does not. So they're gonna try to set up a dive here. Varus ends up missing the ult on Ezreal, which is really good for us. I use my ult to clear the wave, so they can't set up a dive. And just like that, and Rumble also has a really weird ult, this equalizer right here. I don't know I think he misclicked pretty hard. And yeah, ends up being pretty good for us. Orianna also wastes her ult without really getting anything. And they tried to get something, but we were able to stop their dive. And they didn't get anything out of it, which is really good. However, right now I'm sort of at a HP disadvantage. However, I do have lifesteal, so I just want to try to get some axes up and try to lifesteal back to full health. And also want to try to get all these minions. But the Varus is getting really good chip damage. And the Varus doesn't have ult, but I don't have either. And I have pretty low mana, which is why I don't really want to fight them. And I also only have one axe up at the moment. Which, when you only have one axe on Draven, Draven is really weak. So you should at least wait for 2 axes. And try to wait for 2 axes and the Q off cooldown, so you can potentially have 3. Or if you drop 1, have 2 back up. But it's also really important to have mana of Draven when you're fighting, because W is such a big part of your kit. So right here, Braum ends up missing his ult, but I don't think we could have gotten anything even if he had his ult. Maybe gotten a sum out of Varus. Thresh also ends up missing his hook. And I think I should not be going for this trade. I think I might end up... No, I don't think we... I think Braum might end up dying here. Yeah, so that was another bad play for me. I should have just backed off. I didn't have mana, and the Thresh... I'm just not respecting this Thresh enough. The Thresh is playing really well, and I have to respect his plays a lot more. Because right there, there's no way we're going to win that fight regardless, so it's just not a fight I should take. So yeah, they end up getting the tower. However, we got the first tower top, so it's not that bad, but still it's a free tower for them because of my misplay. So they are getting pretty good advantages here. The Varus has a CS lead and also a tower lead. And a 300 gold lead. And a level advantage, which is pretty big. We end up just pushing this out. I think we try to go for the turret here. However... yeah, the Ezreal ends up solo killing the Varus here, which is really good, and I think we end up getting the turret, as they don't really have any response to that. The Varus is dead, so he can't try to protect his turret, and that was really well played by the Ezreal. The Ezreal is really fed at this point, which is really good for us, and at this point in the game, I thought maybe like this was going to be a sort of a freebie, with the Ezreal just carrying, and I just have to not int, and then it's going to be fine. Braum ends up being caught out, and we also end up wasting our teleport. I don't think we get anything out of it. No. I think Urgot ends up dying here. Or no? Maybe, yeah, we got 1 kill. And I think I get another kill here. Use the plant. Get the rumble. And yeah, it ends up being pretty well. I also end up killing the Varus here. I almost don't get him because he used the fact that we didn't have vision of the bush. If you can, yeah. So, because there was a pink ward there, I didn't have vision of the bush before I warded it. So I almost didn't get him. But I end up getting him. So it was pretty good there. I now have red buff. And I might have been able to kill the Thresh here, but I end up just running because I'm a bit scared. However, the Braum is coming in, but we don't end up doing anything. We just play it safe. But so now we're at a pretty good advantage. We're up 2,000 gold. And our Ezreal is really, really strong compared to their Orianna. He has 1,600 gold lead against their Orianna. And I also have a 1,000 or 900 gold lead against Varus. So I'm also pretty strong. Right now we just want to try to get the Infernal Dragon, which I think we do end up getting. Yeah, I think the Lee Sin just solos it. They don't have vision of it, so that's really good. And I end up going bottom lane. And I think we just farm here. I don't know where the Thresh is at this point. So because the Varus is playing so aggressive that I end up thinking that the Thresh is going to come. So I'm playing really, really safe. But if I knew that the Thresh was right here, then I would have just all-in him and probably could have killed him here. Or at least gotten both his flash and his heal. So yeah. That's sort of... like, I think it's the right play for me to make because we don't have vision of the Thresh. But in hindsight, if I knew where the Thresh was, then I probably could have punished the Varus here pretty hard. And we end up getting a lot of pressure here, and I think we end up getting this tower mid, or maybe not because of the Rumble ult. They end up all getting away though, I'm pretty sure. And the Ezreal even kills the Rumble. Yeah, that's really, really good. We end up getting the... No, we do not get the Thresh, and Lee Sin dies. I think, yeah, Urgot also dies, and... the Ezreal is not respecting the route from... or the chain, I guess, from the Varus ult, so he also ends up dying. Or no, he lives. Wow. But he still has to waste his flash, and I like, right here... I don't know what I'm doing here. I just end up walking in and just dying for no reason at all, which is just dumb. I should not be doing that. I'm just throwing away my lead. And yeah, I did a couple of those. Like, there's just no reason for me to do that. I'm just not respecting the Thresh enough at all. He has much more movement speed than me, so I should just like stay clear of him if I don't have my team right there. I think we get the Thresh right here, yeah. Or... I think we do end up getting the Thresh. Maybe we don't. No, we do end up getting the Orianna. The Ezreal is really fucking fed at this point. So... we have Orianna dead right now. They only have 4 on the map, so we want to try to look to pressure and get the Rift Herald. And I do think we end up getting the Rift Herald. Yes, we get the Rift Herald, and they also kill Varus top lane. The game is going very well for us. And we have 2,000 gold lead still, and now we're gonna get the mid turret and maybe get the top turret. I think we try to use the Rift Herald to get that. No, we do not. We continue pushing mid lane. We end up trading Rumble for Ezreal. Like, this is sort of where we started throwing. The Ezreal got really ham and like thought he was a god and just eat into their entire team quite a couple of times. And even though he was like, for example here, he managed to kill the Rumble, but the fact is that he has to carry harder than just one member of the enemy team. Like, him trading 1-for-1 is not worth it at all for us, because he has to be a lot stronger than just the Rumble, because he has 11 kills. He's a way bigger, like, threat. And the Urgot ends up overstaying right here, so he also goes down. And right now we are pretty even in gold. We still have a 1,000 gold lead, but our morale is sort of down as we just sorted through. And now Brahm's also getting caught out. Everybody's sort of getting caught out. The Braum ends up getting away, and I think they even get the Varus here. So it ends up working really well for us. I think we... yeah, so Urgot teleports top lane. Lee Sin's trying to go in here. He ends up dying for nothing. We end up... I don't think we get anybody here. As you can see, Ezreal is playing really, really far up again. And I'm not in the fight again because I was zoned out by the Rumble. And now 3 people died for nothing, essentially. So that was really bad. And we, me and Braum end up living, but I think they do not go for the Baron, as they do not have their Varus. Or they might, actually. Because the Varus is respawning, so I think, yeah, they start the Baron. But I think we do... I'm not quite sure. I think we do stop them here. Ezreal ends up ulting. He kills one with his ult. Yeah, and the Varus also goes down. I kill the Thresh. And they do end up getting the Baron. But we get 4 kills for it, so it's definitely worth for us. And that's a really good trade for us. They only have 1 person with the Baron. We end up also getting the mid turret with the Rift Herald. And I think we also get the inhib. Yes, we do. But right here, we should just get the inhib and run. But the Ezreal decides to go in. I don't know why he did that. That was a really bad play. And that ends up getting the Braum killed and the Urgot killed. And now we suddenly lost that lead. So a lot of throws this game, which was really unfortunate. And I think that Right now, we're sort of in a bad position. We could have been in a lot better position, but people keep getting caught out. And yeah, the Ezreal is just throwing away the lead that he's built up. And the thing is, like, the Orianna is getting stronger and stronger, while the Ezreal, sure, he's getting stronger, but he's not... He's at his spike already. He wants to abuse that spike. Eventually, he won't continue getting stronger, while everybody on the enemy team will. And he's also farming really poorly. Like, right here, he wastes his flash when he should just be farming mid lane. He has 97 CS, while his Orianna has 140. He should be having way more farm. I know that Ezreal isn't that... Like, AP Ezreal doesn't have that good wave clear, but still, he's not prioritizing the wave clear enough. Oh, he also almost ends up getting the Orianna there, but he isn't able to. So right now they got a dragon, they have an infernal and a cloud reich, while we only have an infernal. And I think the Urgot ends up getting caught here, or maybe not. Let's see. Okay, so right now on bottom lane, I tried to just push it up. I'm quite behind in farm against the Varus. He's doing really well in picking up farm, but right here he gets caught out, and he's dying quite a lot. I have to say that. He's getting caught quite a lot, while I'm just trying to play more the safe game. But you can see that he's getting more CS than I am, because he's sort of doing these riskier things, and than I am doing. I'm just playing a bit more safe. But I still feel like I'm really lacking impact. I feel like this game I'm just not doing enough. I think I have to be more in fights, because there's been a lot of fights this game so far that I've missed. And right now I'm just quite a lot weaker than the Varus. And yeah, we don't really have... Like, our comp is way weaker than theirs as well, because AP Ezreal is not that strong late game, unless you can get like a really good ult. And Urgot is not that strong, especially when he's behind. And yeah, Lee Sin is also not as strong as Nunu late game. So they have a lot, and Varus is a lot stronger than Draven late game. So they have a lot better comp than us. And right here, it should be pretty obvious that the Orianna's in this bush, but I just face check her and get blown up. And I think they end up getting pretty much everybody here. Pretty sure. No, okay, so the Brahmin Lee Sin lives, but that's really bad by us. That's really bad by me. I just face check the Orianna and give up a significant lead. I think this game can be pretty much summed up as just us throwing a ton. We ended up throwing a big lead and just continued throwing the entire game until we didn't have a lead, as they're now in the lead in gold. And after this, the game got really rough. They end up getting our mid tier 2, and yeah, this game got really rough after that. We don't like, their comp is way better than ours, and our morale at this point was really low because we had thrown so hard. And the only way we could really get back into the game was with a pick, pretty much. I think they end up trying to get the Varus here, but they don't get him, and I think Braum ends up dying here. Or not. Braum does not end up dying, but Varus does not either. This is a pretty messy team fight. The Orianna does a pretty good flash ult and manages to get the Varus and the Ezreal, or it manages to get the Urgot and the Ezreal killed. And now Lee Sin also dies, and the Urgot is gonna die here. So it ends up being pretty much a 2-4-4. Or I think maybe the Lee Sin lives, actually. Never mind. He ends up dying as well. So it ends up being a 2-4-4. Another really bad fight for us. And this game is just getting really, really depressing, with us not being able to really get anything. And that fight looked pretty good at the start, with us being able to pick off Varus. However, we weren't able to pick him off. And yeah. And the Orianna had a good shockwave. So right now, both teams are looking at the Baron, because the Baron is spawning in 14 seconds, and we both really want to get that to get ahead. And I think if we get the Baron here, then we might be able to siege a bit. But they have a Nunu Smite, so they have a lot stronger Baron than we have. And also Varus is really, really good at taking the Baron, especially with the attack speed build that he's going. He chunks the Baron in 1, 2, 3. So we have to really be scared of their Baron rush. And right now we're sort of just waiting around and trying to not get caught out, which we do, or we don't, I mean. And yeah, they end up starting the Baron, and we do have vision of them starting the Baron. We know that they're on it, and we want to try to stop them from doing it, but it's kind of hard. Our Lee Sin is pretty low. Ezreal ends up ulting. They end up getting the Baron. I'm out of position right here because I was just focusing on trying to ult the Baron, and I end up getting ulted by the Orianna, and the fight starts with me being dead, and the Braum also goes down, and I'm pretty sure the Urgot also goes down, or maybe, okay, so the Urgot goes down, and the Lee Sin and Braum actually ends up living. But that was really bad by me. I end up getting completely caught out by the Orianna Shockwave. And a lot of these things that I shouldn't be doing, I just end up getting caught in bad positions where I just shouldn't be. And yeah, I'm just playing pretty bad. The Lee Sin ends up getting caught out right here. Pretty unnecessary, but yeah. So right here, we want to try to protect our turret. I'm up, and we try to fight them for this. I think we're able to chase them off. I canceled the Nunu ult with my stand aside, and we're able to keep the turret alive, but that's just for like 1 second, and I think it dies to these minions. Yeah, it ends up being killed by the cannon minion. And right now, they're in quite a good lead. They have almost a 10k gold lead, and they're just, yeah, pretty much want to siege us down. And there's not that much we can do. We have really, really bad wave clear. Urgot, barely any wave clear. Ezreal, barely any wave clear. And Draven, not that much. With Static Shiv a little bit, but against Baron minions, not that much. So now they're just sieging down every lane. And they got every outer in every lane. And they're, yeah, pretty much just taking us down slowly but surely. Ticking, like it's a ticking time bomb. And their Varus is really strong, as you can see. He's just, yeah. There's pretty much nothing we can do at this point. We've thrown our lead, and their comp is way better. So, yeah. We just end up sort of like forfeiting our inhibitor. And they also get the mid inhibitor, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We have to just forfeit those 2 objectives. And Ezreal ends up dying to the Rumble ult without bringing down any of the enemies. And yeah, this game turned into a pretty depressing one. I also am not able to kill the Varus here. He lives with 90 HP, which is pretty sad, but I had my flash, but I thought he would die from just the 1 auto and the E. The Lee Sin, however, ended up getting him. But it doesn't really matter that much. They're just way stronger than us at this point. And I end up killing the Orianna here. And I think I'm able to kill... No, I don't think we can get anybody else. They're just a lot faster. They have Nunu, Blood Boil, and Thresh Lantern, which makes them really good at running away. I think actually I end up getting the Nunu here. Yeah, end up getting the Nunu and end up living. Which is good, but at this point it's just too little, too late. Like, we can't get any objectives off of this. It only buys us time, and we have such a bad comp compared to theirs that time doesn't really matter at this point. So yeah, at this point we just bought some time, and now they're coming down for another push. And yeah, Urgot's out of position here. It really shouldn't be here. There's, yeah, it's obvious that you shouldn't be pushing that far up, but that happened, and now they just end up pushing the top inhibitor, and because we have minions flowing in from both mid and bot, it's really hard for us to defend this. And the only way we can win here is if we just fight them immediately and get a really good fight. But I don't think we don't end up getting a really good fight. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, though they essentially just run us down with Nunu. They end up getting the inhibitor, and now we have minions flowing in from the bottom lane. Braum gets hooked in, and Lee Sin tries to do like a fancy shit, but he kicks in the Nunu, which is pretty useless. And yeah, I just get slowed down by Nunu, and then Ori ulted, and I also end up going down. And yeah, they end up winning the game after that. This game, I think I threw a lot positioning wise. I think there were a lot of fights where I probably should have been more with my team, and also should have applied more pressure in lane and respected Thresh a lot more, because I have a bad tendency with not respecting just the flay with Thresh. Like if I think that he doesn't have hook, that I can easily kill him, or just he's not that dangerous, but just the flay is a big part of his kit and is really dangerous, especially towards like it can make you miss a lot of your axes. So yeah, I think I had a lot to learn this game, and I also think the Varus and the Thresh played really well this game. And as I said, the Varus was upset from Schalke, and he's a really good ADC. And thank you guys so much for watching. Next video will probably be a Road to Challenger. Hopefully we'll get a bit closer to our goal. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like, and if you have anything to say, leave a comment. And if you want to see more of these videos, feel free to subscribe. Thank you guys. Peace.